Hi, Captain Steve, and welcome to episode number 35 of Boat Test Reports, our first show of the new year. We hope that everyone had a safe and happy holiday season. This week, Fleming Yachts introduces its new 85-foot long-range motor yacht. We cover a crewless boat that's going to attempt to cross the Atlantic and a story about a sea tow captain going above and beyond with a happy ending. Our program today is sponsored by Formula Boats, one of the world's leading builders of express cruisers and crossover day boats. Let's start with the news. Artificial intelligence could be coming to marine navigation sooner than some people think, as an international team has built a crewless boat that will attempt to replicate the voyage of the Mayflower on the 400th anniversary of its trip from Plymouth, England to North America. Following are excerpts from a segment on the effort from CBS's Good Morning TV show.
Success is uncertain because though the vessel will rely on the latest navigation technology when it sets out to sea this spring, it won't carry a crew or a captain. Artificial intelligence designed by IBM will guide it.
So it looks at its own cameras like eyes, it looks at the radar, it looks at all sorts of other sensors, and then it charts its own course, and it can deal with unique situations without any human input.
Programmers are also setting the ship's destination, Plymouth, Massachusetts, retracing the voyage made by the Mayflower 400 years ago this month. It took that wooden merchant ship 66 days to transport dozens of pilgrims across the Atlantic.
I thought, well, we should build a ship that speaks to the next 400 years, what the marine enterprise will look like then, as opposed to what it looked like 400 years ago.
An international team turned his vision into the solar and wind-powered Mayflower autonomous ship.
It's very expensive at the moment for scientists to actually go out on these research missions. So having autonomous vessels like the Mayflower autonomous ship is really an important step in kind of actually enabling us to go out to these dangerous places and learn a lot more.
What is your biggest fear with this vessel?
Something silly breaks that we didn't think of, and it slowly crashes into Ireland. I want people to look back on this 400 years from now and think about how different this was from what other people were doing.
A sea tow captain from Fort Myers, Florida was honored recently for going above and beyond the call of duty last June. Captain Craig Stransky was finishing an 8-hour shift with Sea Tow Fort Myers when he got a call from a worried mom. Her teenage son had volunteered to take the family's 16-foot tender to pick up bait for a fishing trip with his dad the following day. What should have been an hour-long trip grew into much later as day turned into evening. The mom said her son planned on going to the Redfish Pass area near Captiva Island. The parents are boaters and Sea Tow subscribers, so she made the call and Stransky headed out. The teenager's cell phone had died and he didn't have a marine radio. Stransky was familiar with the Redfish Pass area and he had a good idea where the boy might be. He saw the boat slide in a shallow cove, found the teenager, and he was mosquito bitten, and the first thing he said was, "My dad's gonna kill me." Since the cove was very shallow, Stransky had to get in the water and pull the skiff by hand to where he could initiate the tow. For his efforts, Stransky received the Efforts Above and Beyond Award during Sea Tow's annual meeting. We devoted the 32nd episode of Boat Test Reports to electrically powered boats in early December, and it appears that there continues to be even more interest in this new form of boating. In late 2020, Vision Marine Technologies, formerly the Canadian Electric Boat Company, announced an initial public offering of stock shares that produced gross proceeds of $27.6 million. The company also unveiled the eMotion electric outboard that has a peak rating of 180 horsepower. The company will offer the motor on its 29 Phoenix, which is currently powered by a pair of 80 horsepower Torqeedo Deep Blue outboards. Vision says that a boat running the outboard at full speed will have a range of a couple of hours, but backing off to a cruising speed of around 25 miles per hour will increase the range to as much as 8 hours. Charging can be done with a 110 or 220 volt outlet. The eMotion is expected to be available in April 2021. Finally, on the electric power front, Greenline Yachts has partnered with Canal Boats Telemark AS in Norway, Yachts and Torqeedo to create the first fully electric charter fleet in the world. Canal Boats Telemark will operate 6 new Greenlines, 2 33-foot models and 4 39s that are equipped with the Slovenia-based manufacturer's eDrive system. We're told lithium batteries and Torqeedo motors let the Greenline Yachts cruise silently and without any emissions at 7 knots. At that speed, they have a range of up to 40 nautical miles on a single charge. A grant from Enova SF, the subsidiary of Norwegian's Ministry of Climate and Environment, will fund a network of charging stations along the 65.2-mile-long canal. The Canal Boats Telemark website opened for booking in December, and the rental season is expected to start in May. Formula Boats is one of the world's biggest builders of premium bow riders, luxury crossovers, and express cruisers, and recently it announced the February debut of its all-new 500 Super Sport crossover. Let's learn a little more about the Formula line of premium boats.
Imagine choosing all of boating's smartest ideas for versatility in one ultimate outboard platform, perfectly integrating day boating and engine maintenance ease for those who want the absolute best boat powered with outboards. This smartly balanced combination with expanded cockpit space utilization is the perfect match for all your boating ventures, taking you farther than ever before. The unique Formula design extends the fun into each entertainment zone without giving up the ever-important flush cockpit. And whether it's a Sunsport, bow rider, or crossover, each Formula is the only outboard in its class to give you a spacious, aft-facing sun lounge and extended swim platform that brings you closer to your on-water adventures. Choose the best, the Formula Outboard lineup.
Fleming Yachts has a new flagship for its long-range cruisers. Let's start by taking a look at the Australian manufacturer's introductory video.
I'm Adi Shard.
And I'm Duncan Cowie. Welcome to another video from Fleming Yachts. We're really excited today to announce a completely new Fleming model.
The Fleming 85.
Along with our team of naval architects and engineers, we've been hard at work for the past 3 years creating this new design.
This will be the ultimate cruising yacht, with true ocean crossing range, superb hull fuel efficiency, and speeds of up to 25 knots. I'm here today at the Fleming factory, standing in front of the completed Fleming 85 hull mould. Our aim here with the 85 is simply to build the finest possible ocean-going pilot house motor yacht, in every respect.
The 85 will have the classic Fleming look that you're all familiar with and is available in 2 versions, an open flybridge and a completely new, fully enclosed flybridge design.
More information coming up, and please visit our website. Thanks for watching.
The Fleming 85 measures 85 feet 2 inches overall with a maximum beam of 21 feet 2 inches and a draft of 5 feet 5 inches. Minimum displacement is 165,048 pounds, fuel capacity is 3,170 gallons, and she carries 500 gallons of fresh water. She's powered by twin 1,550 horsepower MAN V12 diesel inboards with twin disc transmissions with quick shift. Humphrey 16 square foot zero-speed stabilizer fins help keep the ride smooth with the help of Humphrey interceptors with the active ride control system. Electrical power is provided by twin Onan generators producing 29 kilowatts each. Here we see the open flying bridge version. There's space for a tender on the aft boat deck. Ahead to starboard are a dinette area and a forward-facing lounge. The flying bridge helm is to port with a bar just aft. A fiberglass hardtop provides shade. Interior stairs lead down to the pilot house and the salon, which is on the same level as the aft cockpit. Here we get the perspective of the salon entering from the outside. The galley is forward with plenty of countertop space for meal prep and serving, and the window lets the chef enjoy the view while whipping up lunch. Now let's take a look at the Fleming 85 with an enclosed flying bridge. Ascend the stairs from the pilot house to starboard, and the views from the upper deck are amazing. The helm has 3 captain's chairs with footrests, and the steering wheel is centrally positioned with the compass in line. Back down on the main deck with the enclosed flying bridge, the galley and dinette are forward. Working aft, the salon has the same roomy feel as on the open model thanks to the use of large windows and lighter colored wooden upholstery. The builder calls the motor yacht the ultimate cruising yacht. It's a bold statement and one that we'll validate when we test her in the future. Now here's another question from the captain's exam, this time regarding life-saving equipment for offshore vessels. The painter on the inflatable life raft has a length of A, 6 fathoms, B, 50 feet, C, 100 feet, or D, 300 feet. And the correct answer is C, 100 feet. Generally, the life raft will stay attached to the stricken vessel unless it heads to the bottom. In that case, it's generally a bad idea to remain attached to the vessel, so at the connection point there will be what's called a weak link. It's a wire coupler that's designed to break under a heavy load and therefore not take the life raft down with it. Otherwise, the best course of action is always to stay with the partially submerged vessel as it's easier to spot. And that's the same rule that should be applied with your recreational boat and when it's capsized. Stay with the vessel. Even if you can see land, it's a lot farther away than you think and currents can sweep you in a completely different direction. And you're easier to spot with an overturned vessel under you. Well, as always, if you like the show, please sign up for our daily newsletter and please keep the photos, videos, and comments coming. We thank Formula Boats for making this episode of Boat Test Reports possible, and keep an eye out for our test of the new 500 Super Sport crossover this spring. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.